It's lovely. Hi and welcome to episode 32. Now I am home now, as some of you might be able to tell, but I will talk about that in a future video because I've still got quite a lot of Australia to show you and some New Zealand is still left. So in this episode we're still in New Zealand and this is where I go from Rotorua to National Park. So the reason I went to National Park was to climb Mount Doom. Yeah, appealing name. Basically Mount Doom I think is also in Lord of the Rings. And all I knew was that it was an 8-hour hike and I thought, well, why not? You know, a brisk little walk up a hill. Oh my word, I was not expecting that at all. When I was still in Rotorua, I was talking to a girl and she was saying that there was snow up there. And I don't know why, but I just didn't think there'd be snow there at all. So considering I didn't even have a jacket, I was a little apprehensive about going. Luckily though, the tour company that I climbed Mount Doom with, supplied everything I needed. So I got waterproof trousers, walking boots, I got a fleece, I got a jacket, hat, helmet. We all had to carry an ice pick. So as soon as I got handed the ice pick, I kind of thought this is a lot more serious than I thought it would be. So the hike, as it was, I did not enjoy whatsoever. It was like torture to me. It's not my idea of fun climbing up a volcano, literally this steep at times, on nothing but ice. And I'm not exaggerating, like I could have died. And it hurt my legs. Yet no one actually told me it was a volcano until I was halfway up it. Otherwise, I don't know if I would have gone or not, because it's dangerous, isn't it? But anyway. The one good thing about it though was there was a bunch of 4 Brazilians who I don't think were enjoying it either. They were a bit slow, so we were at the back together. And at lunch, I was kind of sat on my own, feeling a bit sorry for myself. And they came over and invited me to sit with them, and we couldn't really talk to each other because of the language barrier. But they were just so nice, and they were always making sure I was okay and everything. So yeah, that was one good thing about the torture. Oh. As I was going up, not enjoying life, I kind of thought, oh well, there'll be nice views when we get to the top. You know, it'll be worth it. Got to the top, and we couldn't really see anything because it was that icy and snowy. Like the wind, oh, I've never been in such strong winds in all my life, and because of that was kind of picking up the snow, and it was literally like you were just in a cloud of white. It was like you were in a steam room that you could kind of see, but not really. And then as soon as someone went further than a metre in front of you, they were gone. Also on the way up, I was quite looking forward to getting a photo of like the sign at the top of the hill at the summit. Do you call it the summit? The top of the hill where there's a sign that says congratulations, you reached the top. Or maybe it doesn't, because I didn't actually get to see the sign. It was covered in ice, like inches of ice were just coming off it, so I didn't even get a photo. So yeah, I was thankful to get down the hill, let's just put it that way. But now I'm glad I did it because I proved to myself I could. I wanted to give up after maybe 15 minutes. I wanted to give up. And then when I realised we weren't going to, I didn't think I could do it and I was really doubting myself. So I'm glad I persevered for the reason that it kind of showed me that if I stick to stuff, you know, maybe I can do it. So here's what I filmed from up the volcano.
I am not prepared for this.
so tired, and this is just the warm-up. I really don't know if I could do this. Look how cute this room is. There's bunk beds above the door. So after National Park, the day after the torture of Mount Doom, I got on yet another bus and this time went down to Wellington. The point I was going to Wellington for was, one, I was flying from there back to Cairns where I'd meet Michelle, and the other thing I was doing there was my last tour, which was, what was it? I can't actually remember the official title, but it was a movie tour, Lord of the Rings, surprisingly. So the movie tour, I just booked the half-day one because it was a little bit cheaper. And so they picked me up about midday, and there was already people on the bus who had been there all day apparently. And we were in a minibus going to a forest, and the tour guide, who was really good, lovely girl, was saying she was going to show us some trees that had been in the film. Trees. And at that moment I realised I'm not a big enough Lord of the Rings fan to truly get into this tour. But nonetheless, we walked into a woods, we looked at a tree that Frodo and Sam, I think, sat in, and then we looked at a little ledge that the hobbits jump off when they're first leaving the Shire and they're running away from see, I'm not a big enough fan. What are they called? A hooded knight? You know, the baddies with the no face and the big horses. Oh wait, I've gone off topic. What am I? Oh yeah, so we went onto a ledge that they jumped off. So that was fun. All the while, there's just members of the public walking past, thinking why they stood there. And then the tour guide made us reenact these pictures. So yeah, it was a good enough tour, but I was not a big enough fan for it. Nonetheless, though, I took a photo of a tree, knowing that it's in a film. You know, why wouldn't you want that? So after the wonders of the trees and the forest, we were then taken to the studios, and we were told we'll get to see a big green screen and all this. So I thought, yeah, this could be quite interesting. Turns out we're not allowed in the actual studios. We got to look at the outside of a building. Again, I think I took a video of that for the sake of it. And the green screen that we saw was outside. But I do think it's the biggest in the world. Or maybe just Australia, maybe just New Zealand. But it's big, basically. Then we got taken to what pretty much is a gift shop. It had little like figures of the characters, and then it had a golem, so that was pretty cool. And at this point, everyone else was going to go off on a wee separate tour, which apparently I hadn't paid for, which I didn't realise I'd never been given the choice to. But she said, you know, if I want to go, it's $20 or whatever. So I was like, well, I might as well. I'm not going to stand here by myself for 45 minutes. So we went on that. That was the best bit of the tour, for me, that little 45 minutes in like, it was kind of the studios. It was basically like all the props, and the guy taking us around was what was his title? Like makeup, hair, costume, and props for Lord of the Rings and for numerous other stuff. He was amazing himself. He just had so much knowledge and experience, and he was letting us touch stuff, even though he kind of said you're not normally allowed to do this, but he didn't care. So I got to like feel what the costumes were made of for like the orcs and stuff, and then there was things from other films in there, such as there was some stuff from Tintin, brilliant. There was, I mean that's a cartoon, but they had a wee Tintin section. There was another film which had like lots of guns, so I've not seen it, and I think they shoot aliens. Nope, that's gone. Yeah, okay. So I can't remember any of the other films, but it was really, really cool to learn about, and I really enjoyed that. And we saw there was a woman there who was working on the set for the new Thunderbirds movie. So the guy was like, "Oh, so who knows about the Thunderbirds?" I was the only one. The Thunderbirds! Come on now. It's legendary. So yeah, I was the only one I heard of them, but it was pretty cool because she was making the set, and what she was making was for some ice scene or something, so they're trying to work out how to make it look like ice without being ice. I don't know. So yeah, that was really cool, and I got a wee bit of footage. We weren't allowed to film in that bit though, which is a shame because all the props were there and guns and swords and stuff, so it was cool to look at. But here's what I got from the rest of the movie. So the next day after the movie tour, it was time to get on a plane and leave New Zealand. I was quite excited because I was going back to Australia to Cairns, where I was meeting up with Michelle, who, it was weird being away from her. It wasn't quite right. But I was really sad to leave New Zealand. It just seemed like such a beautiful country, and I would love to go back one day. I'd really like to go to the Southern Island, because I didn't get to go there at all. But it was just beautiful, and again, it was something that, travelling on my own, it was something that I was really, really worried about, and I got a lot of anxiety from it, but I had a great time, and I was fine. So again, that's just shown to me that if you just go for something and do it, then you end up enjoying it, having a good time, and nothing went wrong, did it? So I loved it. Thanks for watching this video. In the next episode, we'll be heading back to Australia. This whole time I've been saying that I'm going back to Cairns. That's a lie. I was flying to Brisbane where I was meeting Michelle. I don't know why I blocked that out of my memory. So yeah, you'll see that in the next episode. Thanks for watching. Bye.